Hey, yo, y'all, what up? What up? What up? I'm back once again. Hopefully, y'all like this live stream. Just yours truly once again. And yeah, I had a man. I got to get used to all this lighting that I be using, cause yeah, I'm gonna come up for y'all tonight, of course, as I do with these What Up series. But I was like, yo, it's so hot outside. And I just got back home. I'm not the type to turn my AC on and leave it on the whole time I'm gone. No, I don't like doing that. I like to save on my energy bill. So yeah, when I get home, I finally decided to crank up the AC. But man, it was hot. It's gonna take at least an hour to cool down my crib. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm like, well, in the process, coming up for y'all, I'm like, dang, well, I can't have all these lights on me because otherwise I'll be sweating profusely for y'all. And, I can't really have that happen. Excuse me. I'm up here trying to adjust this microphone, doing all this good stuff. What up, DJ Codeine? What up, Brown Do Life? What up, Absalon? What up, fam? What up, y'all? Yeah, we back up in here once again. hmm Oh, you said Brown Do Life, the other Ray J, you won't have to cam up if you don't want to. Oh, I appreciate that, fam. Who knows? I might cam up just for momentarily, at least starting out. But yeah, as I'm gonna need to, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I might as well go ahead and turn off. Let me go ahead and just let y'all see how I be doing. I know I'm gonna be eating a little bit. Well, I actually ate a little bit today. Oh man, it's been busy for yours truly. Woo! One second. Hey, what up, y'all? So just thought I at least let y'all see me for a little bit, so that to all the I don't know. You got some naysayers. Let y'all know I'm the real deal. So yeah, it's a white wall behind me. Hey, greatness in the making. So the same be with the studio side of things, which y'all know I be on the move a lot. I do a lot. I do a lot of running around. See, run more than your mouth. See that? I run a lot more, moving around versus talking a lot. But of course, when I talk, it's very prolific, very profound, as tonight. So, any questions y'all got before I go in with kind of some of the things I want to talk about tonight? For those who are new to this type of live stream that I do, this type of live stream is where I just talk about various things. And, if there's some things you have in mind that you want to share and that you might want me to elaborate on or answer, let me know. Even if it's personal, as long as it's not disrespectful. Uh, yep, exactly, Brown Do Life. Run more than your mouth equals action, speak louder than words. That's what I do. If anything, I'm just reporting y'all. When I come back to do these live streams, I'm just basically talking after I've already done something. You know what I mean? One second though. Yeah. So like I said, like with what Brown Do Life said, excuse me coming up, it'll be here and there. It'll be here and there. So things might come up. I might have to go in and out of the camera, but okay. Oh, hey, what up, Brown? What up, John? What up, John? Let's see what you got to say. You said I wanted to ask you if you know anything about fasting. A whole lot. Yours truly is like the wolf. Oh, so yeah, I know a lot about fasting. And just like wolves, I do what they call intermittent fasting, or what you can call the wolf diet, which basically means you eat a big meal once a day. So in between that time, you can have snacks, but be cautious. Make sure that they're not too high on cholesterol if you're not planning on doing any exercise in that day. But yeah, fasting always been for me, intermittent fasting. Big meal once a day keeps the big gut away. But I tell you right now, if you didn't hear that, unless you know I got some things to work on, but I still try to do intermittent fasting, but you want to balance that out with exercising. You got to still exercise. But yeah, fasting is major. Fasting is very major. You also said, John, you said, I'm getting into that and trying to get more knowledge on that. Yeah, yeah, for sure, fam. Well, there's some things you find out along the way that I might not know about. Feel free to share that. I mean, hey, I know a lot, but I don't know everything, but I'm definitely trying to get better at that as well, since, I'm starting to get up there in my 30s, the later 30s, not the early 30s. And I'm just trying to tap into being real healthy while I'm able to, at this time of my life. So I don't look back with regret and look back with a lot of pain and suffering that I got to endure. So yeah, we trying to be healthy going forward. For real, for real. Um, yeah, yeah, for sure. You already know. You said, John, you said you young, G. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, some people say, I'm more like a 70-some-year-old within a 30-some-year-old body, with the way I carry myself, at least that's what some of the ladies say. Just playing. But yeah, like I kind of want to follow up on some things like with some of my some of the previous things that I've been doing lately in regards to live streams. Like for example, my inspiration for the high vibrational man live stream that I did recently, and especially the first one with which it generated like well over 1,000 views within one day. And of course, that has not been the only live stream that has generated 1,000 views within one day. Yes, but I'm just saying with the high vibrational man live stream, what inspired me to do that live stream was mainly I kind of pretty much gave a lot of that away uh, in regards to saying I just felt there was more to this conversation besides talking about high value man. I always felt that like there has to be more to this life than just trying to deal with somebody from the standpoint of monetary reasons, financial reasons, like because what it took for you to get the money. Everybody want to talk about money, but what did it take for you to get the money? So that tells you that you can really do well in this life with or without a lot of money. But people like to put money on everything. And the last time I checked, as it is written, the love of money is the root to all evil. No, it's not that money is the root to all evil. The love of money is the root to all evil. But that kind of gives y'all an idea, like my inspiration. I really, I just kept listening to a lot of Kevin Samuels back-to-back videos and how he talked about the high value man. And with all that said, it just kind of made me break down to this fact that these females that aren't women, and maybe some males that aren't men, they're not on a high vibration. They're on a very low vibration, but nevertheless, they want a high income. Everybody aspires to have that. The guys want to have that in their pocketbook. These females want to have a guy that can quote unquote provide that. Or you might find a guy that want to try to finesse a chick out of her pocketbook if he happens to run into a female that has a lot of money. It's crazy, but that's what's going on out here. You said Brown do life. The love of money and the way it changes people is the root of all evil. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. But of course, sticking with what scripture said, it just simply says the love of money is the root to all evil. Now, the root to all evil, one explanation of what that evil is how it changes people. Okay, root to all evil. Okay, so one of those evils is how the love of money changes people. And of course, think about modern marriage. There's a lot of financial things that associate modern marriage. Now, when I say modern marriage, I'm not speaking of all marriages. I'm just saying modern marriage because that's very specific. Modern marriage is based on the contractual agreement. Okay, it's based on a contractual agreement. A lot of money is involved in that, and you see how it changes people once they sign that paper. We see it all the time. Indeed. I'd say modern marriage is evil. Could I go there? Could I really go there? Okay. Now, let's jump into this next thing I want to talk about because it really is alarming to me. Okay. It's so alarming that I had to bring it up. Okay. And let me see. Man, I'm gonna say this. Okay. So allegedly there was a rapper, a young guy who committed suicide because of some infidelity that was amongst his lady, his girlfriend, however way you want to label that. And I'm not saying I have all my sources correct per se, but from what I've gathered, he basically committed suicide based on him having a broken heart from that situation. And so what ticked me off, or I should say what pissed me off, was when you got guys out here doing these live streams talking about simp suicide. Like you're a simp because you want to commit suicide over having a broken heart. I don't think that's something you make fun of. And I don't think that's something that you should criticize. That's another form of male shaming language. Okay. So when you criticize someone that has a broken heart, it hasn't happened to you, but I only can imagine how you would feel if that happened to you. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine what you would feel like. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to make fun of. Okay. It's nothing to criticize. It's nothing to shame. Okay. You try to help that person out as much as they can. Now, some people are ignorant, let them be ignorant, but still you have to have a sense of compassion because that could be either one of us that could have been through that situation. I just hate how some people are trying to say this guy was a simp to want to commit suicide. And of course, there was another guy that a lot of people kind of slept on. He was a known YouTuber who was all about, he was like a motorhead. He was all about fast cars and stuff. So his channel was related to that. I forgot the guy's name, but nevertheless, he found out his gal was doing some stuff. And so he beat her up, I guess, for the lack of better words. And then he decided to, check out live. He checked out. So some people will argue, well, he's weak with this masculinity and he shouldn't have went out like that and he shouldn't have did that to her. There's so many opinions behind that. But my problem is you're not thinking about the fundamental feeling that one feels after their heart has been broken. Okay. I think too many people are criticizing because it hasn't been them. And I'm not saying these people are right for beating up people that allegedly did you wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've had females do wrong things to me, or at least what I felt was wrong. But I didn't go about trying to look for them to beat them up after the fact. But I'm not justifying nobody in what they're doing. But my point is that people feel all different type of ways and people deal with heartbreak differently. And it's not something that, once again, you should make fun of. And it's not something that you should criticize or shame, because that could be one of us. That could be me and that could be you. You see? Now, you said Brown Do Life. It's 2021 and transactional relationships are still being pushed out. Hence, Kevin Samuels pushing high value by income and females going for dudes with money. Hey, man, it's almost like the trick and the trick for the treat. I'm going to leave it like that. That talk of the street, the trick for the treat. That's what it seems like to me. It's just repackaged. You said Brown Do Life. Yes. Modern marriage by the state is evil. Facts. 1 second. Yep, modern marriage by the state is evil. I agree, Brown Do Life. You also said females going for males with money and males going for females for sex, typical transactional relationships. Oh yeah, man, that's where the black pill gets in, when you want to really talk that talk. A lot of black pill talking that. You said Lil Loaded. I think that was his name. Brown Do Life, the name of that rapper that committed suicide over a heartbreak. And you said also, Brown Do Life, content creators making fun of men that commit suicide, right? Yeah, that is evil indeed. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I feel Um, that's why I have no respect for a lot of these guys out here, and I do not affiliate myself with the manosphere whatsoever. A lot of these guys are very double standard. You know, these are the same guys that talk a certain way about females, but then make fun of guys that at least try. Not to say these guys were simps, are simps, but at least some guys still try. And I think that's what it's all about. You just help them along the way. Like it says in the scripture, for we all have sinned and fell short of the glory of God. And I say this here, for we all have simped and fell short of the glory of God. And that includes yours truly. I have also simped at one point. Despite all this macaroni and cheese that I got to give to y'all, well, there was a time when my macaroni was bland. There was a time when I didn't even know how to make that macaroni. There was a time when I didn't even know I could or even had the ability to make that macaroni, you dig? So I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all and talk to y'all in a way of like as if I've never been through something. I've been through things. There's things that I can't share publicly, you know? But nevertheless, you can tell that with the embodiment of my content that I definitely have a story, and I'm just here to I'm here to relate with y'all. You know, I'm here to share with y'all my heart, my thoughts, which this is only a small portion of who I am, which is why I have more than one channel, especially at my spiritual channel titled Freeflow. If you haven't subscribed to Freeflow, make sure you do so. I know I haven't been over there lately because I've been restructuring that channel, but that channel shall be purely live streams only. And I got a bunch of them coming up, but I will not plan my live streams like I do here at this channel. I will not schedule them over at Freeflow. Um, but I'm definitely going to be more spiritual over there. I've been dealing with a lot of funerals lately. So a lot of different experiences I'm getting from those situations, especially given what I know now. It has opened my eyes up to a lot of things. On a side note, have there been females at these funerals that think that I'm handsome? Oh, yes, you better believe it. But that's another story, right? I'm just saying. So that gives you an idea of a lot of things that I can break down at my spiritual channel. You know, I feel like I want to open up more in ways that will help people more in these times. And we get past all the surface level conversations. We need to get past all that surface level stuff and all these repetitive talking points, all these circular argument type of situations. Okay. Now, you also said, Brown Do Life. Yes, the majority of the manosphere content creators are double-minded as well. Don't put sex on a pedestal, but they don't put sex on a pedestal, but make fun of dudes who choose to live a righteous life. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And they don't even fully understand the scripture in regards to adultery and fornication. A lot of them don't even know what that really means in a nutshell. But yet they're still pump, dump, catch, release, however way you want to do that. You also said, Brown Do Life, who don't participate in the hookup culture, right? That's the question. That's the question to ask for today. Who doesn't? You know, that's definitely the question for real. Yeah, or they call, yeah, that's right, Brown Do Life. Calling guys weak, beta, incel. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, Brown Do Life, you asked spiritual live streams on Free Flow. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Just nothing but live streams on Free Flow. And they will be yeah, all spiritual live streams. No uploads. I realize I get more views over there with live streams. So I just need to set up the time when I get a chance, when I know I don't have nothing else going on, and I'll be over there. I might try to put something over there in a few days, given the day of this live stream, just to let people know, hey, there's more in store. But for those who haven't subscribed to that channel, make sure that you do. Details shall be in the description section of this live stream for those listening to this on the replay. You'll see a link to Freeflow. Okay. Make sure that you go over there. I have some uploads over there thus far, and a couple of live streams that I've done over there thus far as well. But yeah, going forward, just live streams only at Freeflow until further notice. Okay. Now, here's this I want y'all to think about. Check this out. Um, If one hasn't noticed by now, I'm the X factor. I'm definitely the X factor in regards to content creators on YouTube. Even though my channel is still new, given that I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, I still have very quality live streams, very quality live streams, despite not having 1,000 subscribers, as Brown Do Life pointed out way back in the day. Okay. And given the date of this live stream, I just want to share and say thank you for those who have subscribed thus far. I am almost at my 500 subscriber mark. I won't make an official video of it yet. Once I get over the 500 subscriber mark, I will make a video for that. But hey, tell somebody to tell somebody about yours truly, the other Ray J. Help me to get over that 500 mark, okay? And no, I'm not buying subscribers. I heard that's been going on lately. I really don't want to talk about that too much. I'm always in my own lane anyway. I don't really care what people are doing out here, okay? But I know that I've worked hard putting out content, whether uploads or live streams. I did it all with no promotions. I didn't buy no subscriptions. I didn't buy no views. Everything that I've done has been truly from ground up. And that's even dealing with probably a few shadow bans that I've had along the way. So yeah, my thing is, it would be interesting if I could get that 1,000 subscriber mark soon, because I couldn't have done this without y'all. At this point, I never thought I would make it this far. Like Brown Do Life said, and I appreciate this, Brown Do Life. You said organic indeed. Yes, definitely been organic over here. Okay. Now, here's also something. I'll continue to make quality, and I will promise that to y'all. I keep promises over here, but I will continue to have quality level content here like y'all been seeing lately. Once I reach that 1,000 subscriber mark, that will never change. Even once I get 10,000 subscribers, if I ever make it that far, or 20,000 subscribers, you know, depending on how far we go with this thing here, my level and quality of content here, it shall never change. Now let me see something. I see Mr. O up in the building. Okay, looks like you still a mod on here, even though you changed your name. So that's good. Something I need to know, and I'm glad I know that now. Yeah, so let's go. Let's go. Normally I would say that normally I would say that numbers don't move me. You know, I don't really think about the numbers like that. But I have noticed a significant amount of viewership that has increased at my channel, especially when I talk about certain subject matters that, whether it's a new talking point or basically it could also be an existing talking point, but I could have better improved upon it. I could have better explained certain things, especially with this idea of submission. I believe that I further have explained that, and I shall do this once again when I have a live stream down the road talking about cheating. People just misunderstand cheating. People misunderstand a lot of things in this world, but that's what I'm here for, y'all. I'm also be talking about pair bonding. People misunderstand pair bonds. We're going to go there this year. So this year will be a lot of newer things that y'all probably haven't heard of before. But at the same time, I really just want to fine tune a lot of things I've talked about prior, but just even more refinement to what I've talked about prior, because people are bringing these things up again in these spaces, and you can tell the difference with what they say versus what I say. You said, Mr. O, the other Ray J, yeah, I upgraded my high vibrational self. That's right. I know that's right. You said Brown Do Life, the other Ray J. Israelite channels have been getting views as well. More people are hungry for spiritual knowledge for sure. Hey, we're in them times. We're in them times. And I say, ladies, you got to be too. You want to deal with real love, you got to get to the spiritual side of things. And we're not talking about all this, what they want to call this, this new age thinking. I'm not talking about new age thinking. We're talking about still scripture, but getting more spiritual with it, because most people are not. Most people are very carnal in regards to scripture. Okay. Look at that pastor you see next time that's rolling in the rolly with a rolly. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Uh, but yeah, I have a great appreciation for everyone in regards to, the viewership increase. Um, with the statement that money talks, see, on YouTube, numbers talk depending on the context. So I'm not moved still once again by all this money. It's all about the context. And like Brown Do Life said, people are hungry for spiritual knowledge, especially in these times. So I feel that the real will always weigh it out and will always win at every given moment. The truth will always prevail, as they say. Cliche. John, you said, what's the channel you have live streams on? I want to subscribe. The channel, well, I do live streams here as well, but the channel I will only have live streams on is Freeflow. That's my spiritual channel. So yeah, I don't have the link to it. Brown Do Life, if you can find a link to Freeflow, put that in the chat for John. But yeah, that's the channel you can check out, John. But like I said, I also have uploads and a few live streams over there already. You know, you said Brown Do Life, definitely not New Age, which is narcissistic in nature, malignant self-love. Yep, that's facts. You said, Mr. Oh, yeah, man, it's confusing out here for me. Oh yeah, for all of us, man. You just got to see through all the BS, man. That's why I don't believe in all this game, because real game is actually very confusing, but no one wants to talk about it. Right now, let's do this. Let's do this, right? Let's talk about the state of affairs. We're gonna go there. Oh yeah, we gonna go there. We are going to go there. Okay, we're gonna go there. Okay, so you got a lot of these feministic females out here, right? We're gonna go there. Okay, they are of self-hate. So what's the word that they use? Well, you have swirlers, but you also have a word that's it's divest. That's the word divest. They say this divestment word. Okay. Okay. Before I go there, Brown Do Life, you said the quote unquote game that is taught is the indirect approach when it comes to getting females or women looks like, okay, you just pretty much copy and paste, maybe by accident, I don't know. But yeah, I feel you, man. And it's like I don't even try to approach women these days, not like that. We're living in these times, we're living in Me Too. You don't want one of them to feel some type of way. You got to think she's minding her own business, and then out the blue you come up to her, hey, like, and then she turn around like, huh? You know what their disposition is already. So approaching them like that just probably ain't the best idea, right? So the best thing you could do is wait until she actually has contact with you, but not based on this idea of a choosing signal. You don't want to do that. 1 second, y'all. Give me a second here. All right, one more second, y'all. Don't you hate it when you like have to sneeze, but it doesn't come out all the way? He's like, what? So hopefully I don't sneeze while I'm talking to y'all. That'd definitely be a blooper moment, but we'll see. But okay, this idea of divestment. Okay, like if you look up divest, because see, when they call themselves divested, they think it's based on their choice, when that's not actually what the definition of divestment really means, or divest. Divest means deprive someone of power, rights, or possession. Okay. So when you have a bunch of females that aren't women calling themselves divested, what do they really mean when they say divested? Like you're making a choice to divest? Are you the one depriving someone of rights? But it must be the other way around if you feel like you're not being chosen or you're not being wanted because guys want to date out or something like that. So really what it is that divestment in this right term is actually something that if I were in these female shoes, if I were one of them, I would never want to say that myself. One second. And I'm telling y'all, it's that time of the year. So, but yeah, if we want to really be more direct with this term divestment or divested, and based on the fact that they said that they are divested, they are deprived of powers. Yeah, they are deprived of power, rights, or possessions. See, when you say it that way, you really say divestment in its realest term. But the last time I checked, uh, the men that they claim don't want them haven't deprived them of anything. As a matter of fact, a lot of men are wondering why they can't have relationships with them. Okay. So there to me is a lot of wordplay, a lot of witchcraft that's going on with this term called divestment, like Mr. O just brought up when he said they're spiritual, they doing spiritual darkness, aka witchcraft facts. Okay. Manipulating folk with their definition of divestment. I'm just saying. Now, let's go here. Okay. Because what is more to this divest thing? Okay. Let's just kind of talk about it overall, like I said, divest is to deprive someone of power, rights, or possessions. You look up deprive, you know, like not necessarily, I'm not going to break down deprive. Actually, there's like two ways you can deprive based on divested. You can deprive someone of power, rights, or possessions, or you can deprive something of a particular quality, or it has another definition that says rid oneself of something that one no longer wants or requires, such as a business, interest, or investment. So to me, this final or this third idea of divestment is the term that a lot of them really use. This idea that they have ridded themselves of something that they no longer want or require, such as a business, an interest. Yeah, she ain't interested in you no more, bro. Or investment. So a lot of this victim mentality that's going on, that's what we see going on with this whole divestment talk. It's still a lot of witchcraft when it's all said and done, unfortunately. Now, of course, for the real women that ain't trying to be like these typical females out here, they look at a lot of what these type of chicks uh talking about as a lot of nonsense too. Where's the love? Why can't we talk about love? Why we have to talk about all these other toxic things? We have a younger generation coming up, and if the first thing they see out here is divested, well, that's not sending a good message. There's no love there. Okay. Because you see that now this content that is about divestment is about depriving. It's not about surviving and thriving, unfortunately. Now, the opposite of divest, as you probably heard with the last thing that I said, is invest. Okay. So, what is to invest? You look it up, it just simply can mean expend money with the expectation of achieving a profit or material result. Let me start over. Invest can mean to expend money with the expectation of achieving a profit or material result by putting it into financial plans, shares, or property, or by using it to develop a commercial venture. That's one thing, right? Now, another thing about invest. provide or endow someone or something with a particular quality or attribute. So that means to actually bless someone with certain things. You see that they are worth your blessings, worth your investment. And this is not just monetarily speaking. You know, people, some of them, they're worth your what? Time. Okay. Now, just to not digress too much, I want to say this because, in regards to buying views or subscribers and things like that, hey, I guess you can say I've done that too, right? If I was ever on somebody's panel and people got wind that I have a channel, then that adds new subscribers to my channel, right? So I guess you can say I paid for subscribers. I mean, I just paid attention, as DJ Kuda has said before, but uh, just some sarcasm there, just some sarcasm. But okay, so a lot of these females that aren't women feel like they must divest because they're not invested in, but it's like, are you worth the investment? So even when you say you have divested, it's not based on your terms, it's based on the powers that be, the factors that be. It's not based on what you think you want better. You know, when they say things like we need to go where we're celebrated, not tolerated. But it seems like when you give up on something, that's because you can no longer tolerate it. You know, this can be definitely a back and forth, definitely not here at this channel, but I just wanted to highlight that people have misunderstood this terminology, this definition of divestment to the most utter of degree. Now, one thing I want to also say, what is the difference between divest and invest? Because I at least brought up certain definitions of it, right? Now, when used as verbs, divest means to strip, deprive, or dispossess someone of something, such as a right, passion, privilege, prejudice, meaning that one does not even prefer you anymore. Whereas invest means to spend money, time, or energy on something, especially for some benefit or purpose. Once again, when they say that they have divested, they make it seem like as if they've been stripped and deprived when really it's the other way around. You have, in your own way, based on the choices you wanted to make, you have stripped men of having something go on with you. It's just too much of this false victim mentality that I've noticed. And I just wanted to bring that up. I just thought I just wanted to at least have that down so y'all can say yours truly has talked about it, okay? But that's all, just pretty much giving my unbiased perspective about the whole topic of divestment. I mean, it's not really based on my opinion. I just looked up the word and I realized, whoa, they've been having this whole terminology of divestment wrong the whole time. Okay, Mr. O, you said just today I got I don't know, looks like there's a misspell there or a typo, but nevertheless, you just said I'm good on today's feminine gender right now, like you just good. Okay. Yeah. So I feel you on that, man. Yeah, a lot of their disposition is like yeah. they're a certain way. Let me see to make sure catch up with some of y'all comments. All right, let's see what y'all been saying. Oh yeah, I mean in a nutshell, I mean just based on the definition itself, yeah, let them divest. I mean, even though they don't really know what they're doing, you know, they're the ones divesting. It is not the men, it is them, you know. It's not them that feel deprived. It's actually the men that feel deprived. Men actually want to stop this back and forth, okay? But too many of them are still going back and forth. That's the problem. You said Brown do life. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 5. But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. Oh yeah. And then you broke down, oh, you just breaking down all the scripture. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh man. Well, yeah, that's at least a good overview, a good outline, a good outline. Excuse me. Okay, you said Mr. O, it's messed up that a lot of beautiful sisters want to be our enemy. Um, yeah, I mean it's based on a lot of programming, but don't just see it as like sisters, like just the feminine gender, just the feminine gender in general. Like once they get brainwashed like that, you know, I try my best never to specify it as a specific color, but yeah, there are definitely some of those types that have hatred, unfortunately. But like I said, some, not all, as some of them would try to, you know, tell a guy to keep in mind. I mean, yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, it's not all of them, but some of them. But like I said, at the same time, um, I see all colors, no discrimination. Like any chick can trip up on you, even when you think you got some type of a feminine gender that could be better than the other. You know, it just kind of goes back to what Martin Luther King said. You know, you look at the content of the character, not the color of the skin. But yeah, I see exactly where you're coming from, though, Mr. O. Is because it's like it's sad that hey, you mean you could see a chick that you like and she ain't gonna like you like that. There's none of that camaraderie that you would think, hey, hey, how you doing? You know, she'll smile back. Hey, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. You know, no, you ain't gonna get that. Mm-mm. Not from a lot of them, no. Let me see what else y'all saying. Let me see. Okay. Some more scripture by Brown Do Life, bringing in that scripture. Appreciate that, fam. Oh, okay. Yeah, come on back, Brown Do Life. Come on back. Come on back. For sure. All right. Now here's another thing I want to bring up. Okay. Um, guys talk about the body count all the time. They talk about the body count all the time, but they forget about her head count. They forget about her head count. I knew a chick that said she had never been penetrated yet. You know, she really said that she was a virgin because she never had sexual intercourse, but she said she had a lot of oral sex. So it's one thing to know that she'll never fully reveal her body count, but chances are her head count is just as high and she'll never reveal that either. Okay. So that's something else. And it's funny. It's funny. You already was asking me this question. I don't know if you had brought this up before. I mentioned body count, Mr. O, but nothing is a coincidence. And then you mentioned polygyny. Yeah, that's a different topic. Here at this channel, I've talked about sort of things about polygyny before. However, I never like to speak from my perspective because some people will try to misinterpret what I'm saying. So I think at this time, just know that I have a very interesting perspective about polygyny. I'm gonna leave it at that for now. But yeah, in regards to body count, as you probably just heard, yeah, the body count is one thing, but the head count is another. But one thing I realized, I'll never know her true body count, but you could tell by her disposition, you could tell what those body counts have done to her. You could even tell what those head counts have done to her, you know, just seeing her disposition. Just think about the way that she talks. Okay. There's a lot of different things. You got females that will even tell you, well, I don't do all that head stuff. Well, it could have been that she had a bad experience. It could have been that she's been hearing about other bad experiences. There's a lot to say about her when she doesn't want to do certain things with you, or if she does want to do certain things with you. There's a lot to say about that too. Like I said, not really focus on the head count or the body count, but you can know how she made those things count or how those counts made her, if you will. Yes, indeed. Okay. Now, there's this thing here. Okay. There's a lot I could bring up with this live stream here. We're going to keep this one in about an hour. You know, definitely can shift a lot of these ideas towards other live streams that I have. Okay. But there's an article. I want to look it up. I don't look up too many articles. You know, y'all know me. I'm not really into all the facts and all the data and all that stuff. But hey, I do read some articles out there, you know. So there was this thing. Let me try to click on it, right? Okay. Now I want to share my screen eventually, like I actually started doing with my live streams, but just want to make sure my Wi-Fi is acting right before I get to that point. I don't want to be all sounding chirpy and stuff when I'm sharing my screen like I used to do. Okay. Uh, what's good? Perfect Timing Podcast hosted by Big D Rants. What's good, Big D? Good to see you back once again, fam. Yeah, just here generally talking about things, different topics. This is kind of my mumbo jumbo gumbo type of live stream, this What Up series. But yeah, I just wanted to say what up to y'all. I mean, how y'all doing, by the way? Let me know how y'all doing. You ain't gotta let me know necessarily where you at, but hey, how you been doing? You know, like I said, where I'm at, it's been hot. So I'm just trying to stay cool. It took a little minute to cool down my crib because I don't keep my AC on all day when I'm not at home, saving on that energy bill, right? So now this is what I want to bring up to y'all. This article, it talks about 5 reasons long-term marriages crumble, right? Because this is what everybody wants, though. All those who want monogamy. Hint, hint, Mr. O, I told you. Now, they want that. They want that ideal, picturesque marriage of us being a long-term couple together. And we do this marriage, too. We do the legalized marriage. But see, long-term, that's starting to happen more and more. Okay. Now, the subtitle of that title of 5 reasons long term is the subtitle of that title of 5 reasons long-term marriages crumble was that midlife breakups are more common now than a generation ago. Okay. Uh oh, you said Mr. O, does microcamerism play a part? Oh yeah, it plays a major part. Major part in a lot of things, whether it's the long-term marriages that crumble or even with what the female that's not trying to be a woman in your life won't reveal to you. Sometimes you just have to get her to tell her story. She might not tell you the details and everything that took place in that story, but enough of her story is enough of her story. Yeah, just get her to start opening up to you about her life, even if she doesn't really want to talk a lot about herself. And you'll know everything you need to know without knowing exactly everything about her, which, I don't think you need to pry that much into her life. Let these females that aren't women try to play detectives and then you just tell her to bounce. You know what I'm saying? When you see that she's basically trying to be a government agent, spy on you, you're going to look me up. I thought it was trust, but you want to look me up. Okay, there's no love there. Let's just end this right now. Hey, what's good, Michael? Good to see you back up in the building, fam. Good to see you. You said Mr. O in pimp terms, the rundown. Right. Okay, now this kind of ties in with this segue thing because something I'll bring up later about these power couples. I did a video a couple of years ago, which I took down because I was using the term Sigma at the time a lot before I really realized I was not a Sigma male, but I was using that term. So I said, hey, I want to re-hashtag. And so I took that video down. But in that good video that I did, oh, hey, appreciate that, Michael. You said we missed you. Likewise, fam. I'm back though. We're gonna get back into this, man. Hey, I really appreciate that. I humbly appreciate that. You don't know how much that means to me. Yeah, for real, for real. I know people been needing my my content in my comments, if you will. Yeah. So hey, I'm back. I'm back. Breath of fresh air. I'm here. Okay, so but yeah, this idea of Bill and Melinda Gates announced that their 27-year marriage was over with. Okay. Oh yeah, well, hey, shout out to you, Mister. You said I'm a Sigma. Hey, and that's good, man. I'm just saying I'm not a Sigma. But yeah, shout out to those that are Sigmas. But I realized for me, I was actually beyond this idea of Sigma, and this is just me talking from my perspective of what Sigma is. Some people might not agree to what I'm saying about Sigma. Some people may not necessarily agree, but I feel that what I've come to discover has made me realize I was more than Sigma. But yeah, most definitely there is a place in the thing, in this idea of something that exists that is called Sigma. And it's kind of one of those things where you wonder, is Sigma rare or is Sigma becoming more apparent? Or a lot of people Sigma, are people more Sigma than they realize? These become a lot of questions to ask yourself. But like I said, I've realized that I was beyond Sigma. So it's helped me to be a little different with how I deliver my content. And yes, beyond alpha too. I'm beyond alpha in many ways. I've always felt beyond alpha, but I just realized I was also beyond Sigma. Okay. But yeah, you think of Bill and Melinda Gates, you also think of naturally Beyonce and Jay-Z, all these what they call power couples. But to me, they have deceived the masses. Why? Because everybody wants that picturesque, high profile couple type of makeup where it's just you and it's Bonnie and Clyde and we are the inseparable ones. I found the right one and we're gonna make a lot of money together and we're gonna live happily ever after. But you're not understanding the purpose of a power couple. Okay, you're not understanding the purpose of a power couple is to maintain power as a couple. This is what people don't understand. Now there became a certain amount of time where these billionaires probably didn't need to have a certain power together anymore like they used to. Okay. So that's kind of why a lot of these higher profile couples break up. A lot of times there's not bad blood with them. They just feel like they're at a certain peak together that they don't need to, we don't need to coexist the same way we've been for 27 years. I'm not saying this is what Bill and Melinda Gates did, but a lot of people of that caliber think that way. Okay. And but people who don't have that kind of caliber and money, people break up after that long for the opposite reasons. They don't have power together. Over time, they've been losing power. They've been losing spark. See, with these power couples, they stayed together because their power was the money, all of this worldly power that they've been able to obtain. But now they feel like they can operate loosely and independently of each other. Whereas when you don't have that money, you have to operate off a different type of power, which to me is love. Love is beyond even the money power, but a lot of people don't have love. A lot of people more so have infatuation. So when a lot of that dies out over the years, on top of the fact that y'all don't make a lot of money, y'all just want to go your separate ways after so long, after all the kids have been raised. And you look back at how long and how hard it took for you to raise these kids. You just kind of like, the kids are out the nest now. And I'm kind of like now thinking that we can start a different chapter in our lives. And you see a lot of couples after a couple of decades, they end up doing that. Some people are only together to raise the kids and nothing more. Nothing more. 1 second, y'all. All right, let's see what y'all saying in the chat. Let me see. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Big D. You said 5.0 is men elevating men at whatever level they are. It's a brotherhood. I like that. Beyond Sigma entitles. Yeah. Yep, and that's true too, Michael. Levels to this. Definitely levels to this. Definitely. And you said, Mr. O, there's way too many infighting between alphas and betas. It's only the Sigma that society must be led by. But that's definitely another rabbit hole right there because, you know, um, those who do speak on the Sigma side of things, a lot of them don't really desire to be leaders. They don't want to be followers and they don't want to be leaders. Um, so it's an interesting conversation, you know, like if even if you say lead by example, well, your example, people just followed, but you probably didn't even wanted to lead people. Like there's different ways you can go about explaining that, but just saying in a nutshell, like it'd be nice to have someone follow a sigma, if you will, but it doesn't quite go that way in society. And the last time I checked, Batman was no longer praised for being a hero. You said, Mr. O, also, it was originally for generational wealth, but became selfish greed. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you also said, Mr. O, a good Sigma example is George Washington. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Continuing on with this, though. Okay. So I want to get to the points of like what is said about the 5 reasons long-term marriages crumble. Okay. And I won't break it down too much because I'm at the 55-minute mark. So I don't want this live stream to be too long. But nevertheless, one reasons why those type of marriages fail is infidelity. The second reason is money issues. The third reason is lack of communication. The fourth reason is empty nest, kind of what I just brought up. And then the fifth reason is unresolved issues of the past. So that in a nutshell gives y'all an idea of why marriages end, those long marriages end, those long legal marriages end. That answers their question. Okay. You know, I could give y'all, you can sit here and serve me 5 reasons as to why long-term marriages crumble, but then I'll answer back by saying those long-term marriages were long-term legal marriages. So in a nutshell, that's why they crumbled, because of how you binded yourself with these contractual agreements. Okay. So it's definitely another rabbit hole, another conversation. I just wanted to bring that to y'all. Not going to fully elaborate into that. If someone wanted me to break down that article more in the future, just give me a 1 in the chat. I'll probably do another live stream or bring it up in another What Up series. Yeah, I'll go there, right? I'll go there. Okay, let me see here. There's so many things I wanted to talk to y'all about, but we probably gonna just save a lot of what I want to say for the next What Up series, and many more of these on the way. And it looks like Mr. O said 1. Bring up more about those long-term marriages breaking apart. I shall, fam. I shall. Appreciate that. Um, you said also, Mr. O, he said the best leaders are the ones who don't want the position. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's definitely a good quote. Definitely a good quote. Okay. And yeah, I can see that Michael. You said greed is the deadliest sin. Interesting. Oh yeah. But see, if you think about how the love of money is the root to all evil, doesn't that sound like greed? You're willing to do whatever it takes by any means necessary. Hmm? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we can go there. But let me get back on camera for y'all for these last couple of minutes. Any other questions? Anything you want to share? Put it down in the comment section below for those looking at this on the replay. But y'all in the chat. Yeah, just talk in the comment section here. Yeah, in the chat section. If y'all got any questions, any more questions y'all want to chop it up with me about. Looks like I got some more ones. Y'all want me to talk more about that long-term marriage breaking apart situation down the road. I shall do that. I think I'll save it for my next What Up series. So what I like about this series is that it gives y'all a better preview of what I'm going to talk about next. You know, like y'all can see it's me basically always picking up where I left off with this particular series. You said, oh, good question. Okay, okay. You said, Mr. O, why do you think Kim and Kanye divorced? Well, they both have big heads, literally. Like, you know, Kim, she's all about her self gratification and self validation. her whole idea was to finally get into a certain marriage and have kids, something that she's never experienced before. And she achieved that while still having a certain lifestyle she had prior to marriage, but one that she never got over. And she's wanting to get back into that now, given that she's got these kids out the way. Yeah, she was feeling herself and she still is. Okay. And that's facts, Michael. She's an idiot for leaving Kanye West. She's an idiot. I agree. I'm going to say that for you. Yeah, Kim, you need to think about what you did. However, there's more to the story, okay? It's not just about Kim. Story goes, from what I've gathered, people got the facts all wrong. It wasn't Kim that filed for the divorce. It was actually Kanye that filed for the divorce. Now, you think about how big head Kanye is. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm not going to make an impersonation of him right now. I'm actually going to do an impersonation of him in a separate video I got coming up. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but Kanye West, you got to realize he's obsessed with being who he feels is Yeezy. He feels like he is directly from the creator. He is of the angelic. He really sees himself that way. He tries his best to embody that and more and then some. So he felt that Kim was in the way of his genius, in the way of his godliness. This is like a lot of the stuff from what I've gathered. And so he actually was the one that initially was filing for divorce, but Kim and her team his team to the punch. And so that's what, they wanted to clear the air about that. Yo, it wasn't this whole idea that Kim was filing. It's, hey, Kanye was actually pushing for the divorce first, and even more so than Kim was. Okay. Mm. You said, Brown Do Life. Kanye used Christianity as a gift, as a grift for album sales. Yeah. It's interesting. 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 Yeah, there's definitely a lot to say to that. I know that Kanye wanted his daughters, his kids, especially his daughters, to look a certain way, like meaning like Kim wanted the daughters to be like wearing makeup. Kanye like, nah, we ain't going for that. They too young for all that. That's not part of my beliefs, and it's just not morally upright. And Kim, she was like, nah, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, Kanye. Like, look, you know how Kim be. We just have different values. We don't see we view parenting differently. She get that little raspy voice at the end, So it's just, but that's kind of what was going on between the two. But you got your kids though, Kim. There was actually a scare for Kim Kardashian. She said that if she would have had to have another child, she could have died. Like she was at her limit of what she felt was her threshold of being able to bear children. So that's the other thing, she felt like she's had enough kids and that's that. And of course, for the longest, Khloe Kardashian was trying to have kids of her own. And I guess she was happy to get one out so far from Tristan Thompson. That's another story though. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, y'all. Just kind of wanted to say what up to y'all. I'm just chilling. Um, had a long day. Had to do a recital, if you will, at a funeral. So yours truly uses his voice in many different ways, not just for podcasting like I'm doing now, but I also help out funerals from time to time. I even made sure there was catering service for the funeral. So helped out with the food, the refreshments. They drunk and ate up everything. So I was glad. I'm like, yeah, good. I paid for the stuff and nothing went to waste. So I was happy that everything, turned out successfully. We celebrated the living. We did not celebrate the death. We celebrate the life, if you will. Um, that's how it should be. Let's celebrate life. Let's not mourn over death. Let's not have these ceremonies of death. Why not ceremonies of life? Hey, one can argue that dating is a representation of death, not life. That's for another conversation, though, right? That's for another conversation. Because I always like to say, I don't date, I celebrate. Celebrate living. Celebrate what's being done. Celebrate us being together, not just having you out on a date and nothing that's going to come of that, just death. Yes, a date represents death to me, but y'all take it easy. Definitely got another live stream coming up in a few days. We got some epic ones down the road. And it seems like, given the date of this live stream, my Black Knight live streams pick up a lot of steam during this time. Not sure why, but it's like a seasonal thing. So we're definitely going to touch more on Black Knight topics. And for the ladies, for those that are listening, just know that I've been working on that Sigma female series in regards to getting my book published. I'll give more information on that as time goes on. I've just been adding more to the book before I take it to a publisher, because I want it to be a very short, quick book for you ladies to read. But at the same time, I wanted to have more perspectives in there that you did not necessarily hear in my Sigma female series. So the book is on the way, ladies. And for everybody else, even you fellas, I got some stuff on the way for y'all too. I got some shirts I'm working on. I got to get them remastered, if you will. So I got a shirt that has my definition of cheating on them, which is the underestimation of one's value. So I'm getting my shirts done. I have some, but they are prototypes. So this time around, once they get done, I'll just start making a bunch of them. I want to give away maybe the first few. I guess that's kind of where I'm going with this, and from what I've gathered, I'll give away the first few. So I don't know how I would do that as like a raffle or a way for you guys to win the first few, but I think for you guys that are moderators, if you're interested in a shirt, just email me. Y'all got my email. Email me and I'll give you a shirt. I'll have to wear the shirt on one of my live streams that I cam up so y'all can see it, or I'll just do a little short video so y'all can see what the actual, the final version of the shirt, y'all can see what that looks like. Yeah. And yeah, if y'all be interested, just email me and then we'll go from there. So, but with that said, much blessings to y'all. And yeah, got something coming up at my other channels as well. I got Freeflow, I got Mac Era. So make sure y'all subscribe to all those channels. Got a lot of stuff coming up on the way. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be glorious, okay, y'all? But y'all take it easy. Stay cool. Stay cool. I encourage y'all to stay cool. I got my energy drink on deck, trying to stay cool. I know I need to drink a few more. Gotta calm this headache down. You don't necessarily need a Tylenol or ibuprofen or aspirin for a headache. Sometimes you just need to cool your head down. You're just hot. That's why your head hurt. Your head is on fire. But yeah, y'all take it easy, man. Much love to y'all. And see y'all on the next one. I got some more coming up in a few days, and a few more uploads I got coming up in a few days. I just have to get them finalized. But yeah, I got some good stuff on the way. Okay, especially more Black Knight things. And I ain't forgot about the ladies. Ladies, I ain't forgot about y'all. I got some stuff coming up for y'all too now. Okay. Much love to y'all. Good night to all of y'all. Much blessings. Signing out.